Good day everyone. I am Arvi Gerard Cataluna, a BPEd-A student, will report the history of futsal. Futsal is a variant of soccer that is played on a smaller field and most often played indoors. Its name is derived from the Portuguese "futebol de salão" and the Spanish "fútbol de salón", which can be translated as hall football or indoor football. During the sport's second World Championship held in Madrid in 1985, the name Football de Salon was used. Since then, all the other names have been officially and internationally changed to futsal. The origin of futsal can be tracked back to Uruguay in 1930s, where amid the euphoria that greeted the country's victory at the inaugural FIFA World Cup on home soil, there was a football being kicked on every street corner in the capital, Montevideo. Juan Carlos Hernani, an Argentinian physical education instructor living there at the time, observed many youngsters practicing football on a basketball court owing to the shortage of football pitches. It was there and then that the idea of five-side variation came about. Borrowing from the rules of water polo, handball, and basketball, Sirianni drew up the original rules of the game, which were quickly adopted across South America. It became especially popular in Brazil, where a similar form of street soccer had already caught on. Rules for the new sports were first published in Brazil in 1936. In 1965, the Confederación Sudamericana de Fútbol de Salón, or the South American Futsal Confederation, was formed consisting of Uruguay, Paraguay, Peru, Argentina, and Brazil. That same year, the first international competition took place, with Paraguay winning. 6 more South American Cups were held through 1979, with Brazil winning all of them. The sport spread across South America, and its popularity ensured that the governing body was formed under the name FIFUSA, or the Federación Internacional de Fútbol de Salón, in 1971. The members at the time were Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay, Peru, Portugal, Uruguay, and Argentina. Futsal crossed the Atlantic to Europe along with the many Spanish and Portuguese immigrants returning from South America at the time. The continued growth in the sport then led the foundation of FIFUSA, the Federación Internacional de Fútbol de Salón, or the International Futsal Federation, comprising of Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay, Peru, Portugal, and Uruguay. The first Futsal World Championship conducted under the FIFUSA was held in Sao Paulo, Brazil in 1982. With Brazil finishing in the first place, the Brazilian repeated as champion in the second World Championship in 1985 in Spain, but lost in the third World Championship in 1988 in Australia to Paraguay. FIFA took control of the World Championship in 1989. Under new rule made by FIFA, the technical aspect of the game for players and spectators were improved. The linesmen were replaced with a second referee, and there were unlimited substitution. It also introduced a size 4 football, which was weighted to reduce bounce by 30% compared to a conventional ball. The new ball enabled faster play, and for the first time, scoring goal with the head was introduced. FIFA's participation allowed more countries to gain knowledge and resources about futsal. FIFA soon began to administer its own indoor football games, hosting its first FIFA Indoor Soccer World Championship in 1989 in Rotterdam, Netherlands. With Brazil crowned as the first world champions, in Hong Kong, 1992, the World Championship was called the FIFA Five-A-Side World Championship. In Spain of 1996, it has been called FIFA Futsal World Championship. The Selecao, or the Brazil, also won those championships. due to the increase of the number of nations that participated in the FIFA Futsal World Championship held in 2000, Brazil's dominance in the competition was ended. It would be the Spaniards who relieved the Brazilians of their own crown, and then successfully defending it 4 years later in Chinese Taipei. In the 2008 Cup, Brazil extract revenge on Spain. The 2012 FIFA Futsal World Cup will be played in Thailand as expanded from 20 to 24, and it is now the fourth longest running FIFA tournament. And that will be all the history of futsal. I hope you have learned something of what I have reported. Thank you and have a great day.